What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about HyperLiquid today, Hype USD. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. It's the 6th day of July. Here we are sitting at about $69 right now. We're down 3.2% on the day. Bitcoin itself is down 3.3%. You're not doing too bad in that regard. 10 hours, 26 minutes left in the day. Seeing a little bit of volatility here. I'm just as confident here as I was here, as I was here, as I was here, as I was here, that we are going to be going to $80, right? I think at both of these levels, we were expecting that we would come back a little bit. Initially, I thought that we'd break through and we'd go higher, but after the second day here, I remember we got bearish. I think it was like $60 to $55, and that's exactly the range we went to. Same thing over here. We were a little bit bearish below like $55, but I'm not trying to toot my own horn. All I'm trying to say is throughout this whole time, I've been expecting that we would go higher, that we would at least go to $80, if not something near or just below $100. That's kind of my expectation from here. Looking at HyperLiquid in this sense of a long-term chart, its all-time history chart. First, before I get onto this, I want to say that past behavior is, however that quote goes, past behavior is not a guarantee. It's not a promise of future results. Okay, but in my 11 years of technical analysis, analytics experience, charts typically exude some type of personality. They all have their own personalities. Sometimes they do things that are outside of the norms, outside their personalities. That does happen, and there's reasons for that. I'm not going to get into that now, but typically they kind of do what they always do. Does that make sense? Like they have their own personalities, right? Every person on planet Earth, we're all the same, right? We're all the same for the most part. All charts, they're all the same for the most part. That's why emotions affect us. That's why technical analysis works on charts. But we all have our own unique little quirks, our own little personalities, right? And hype, its personality is that, at least it seems, it's so new, we don't know yet, right? Like a 5-year-old, you're getting to know its personality. But, right, hopefully it's your 5-year-old and it's not somebody else's, you weirdos. But from here, coming up like this, unless, I mean, if it is somebody else, maybe you're the uncle, maybe you're the grandpa, I don't know, or the grandma, whatever. I'm thinking about it too much. Pumping up like this, the thing that this thing likes to do is it likes to distribute for months. It likes to distribute. Pumping up like this, what's it do? It likes to distribute for months. It likes to distribute. And then we sell off aggressively, right? Pumping up like this, what's it like to do? It likes to distribute. In the time that we've distributed before, we've seen lower highs, we've seen higher highs. Okay, so it can be either way. Maybe it's just a flat top. I highly doubt that we just do that, but anything and everything is possible, right? We're probably in a distribution phase right now. Hype went from $20 all the way up to $76 during a Bitcoin bear market. People made money with this thing. Now there's a bunch of people who want to make money with this thing, so they're buying. They're selling all their cryptos while they're dumping or while they're being boring, and they're buying this right before the big drop happens. There's people who bought down here who, you know, they get that the steam has run out of the engine, that they're running low on power, and it's probably going to turn over soon. Maybe you climb a little bit higher, but still not financial advice, not a financial advisor. If you're selling here looking to buy back in a few months, or maybe even like 6 months or more, you're probably going to be happy with that decision, probably. But in the meantime, while we're distributing, I think that we do have higher to go. I do. The reason for that is if we take a high here to a low here, we went all the way up to our 1272. We got just below it. We got so close, but then inevitably, boom. Then we went above it. This is where we found resistance, and then we came down. Okay. We look at this high to low, we're kind of doing the same thing. We're crowding the 1272 below it. Okay. We're finding higher lows in the price. I think when we break out, we'll either go to $79, $92. It's very common with the 1414, this pink line here, to wick just above it. So maybe we go to $100, just under $100, something like that. But I think around $100 to $80, somewhere in that, not 180, around $100 to $80, somewhere in that range, we could expect to find support or resistance for this thing. And I think we'll distribute, maybe we form a head and shoulders pattern, whatever, and then we start to sell off as the later parts of this year go on. HyperLiquid's done its own thing. It's in a bull market. Bitcoin's in a bear market. It's moving up. The rest of the market was moving down or being boring and being stagnant or barely moving up. You're doing your own thing. So Whereas I do expect that the average altcoin and Bitcoin itself finds support somewhere. The bear market low could be August, September, October, maybe November. HyperLiquid might find resistance here and then continue to move down. It might not find support until December or January or whatever. It's might do that. Um, HyperLiquid, it's really good. It's really promising. But again, I think the move has been had. We've seen 1, 2, now 3 movements so far. It seems pretty similar to these other ones. This one's even a little bit of a weaker move than what we've seen before. You're at a higher market cap, so that makes sense. We're in a bear market, so that makes sense. But still, it might make sense here that in this distribution we don't go too much higher. We probably barely make it above $80, $90, and then we start to sell off from there in the months to come. Okay, that's the thesis. We look at the 1 hour time frame. We get into the short and skinny of it. 1 hour time frame here. You're coming down. You got a higher low still. Looks like a double top, but I'm not intimidated. 886 bounce. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. You could bounce here. Get back above $70. If not, you run the risk of going down to $67 to $65, and that could happen. I don't feel one way or another about the RSI. I mean, overall, it's bullish, I guess. Stochastics are reset. MACD's at the 0. I feel confident enough that you move up from here. But if you take out these lows, you're probably going to go to $65 to $60, right? Or was it $65 to $62, whatever the case may be. What was it? $67 to $65, my bad, if you go below these lows. Nothing too dramatic. 4 hour time frame. RSI rejecting the overbought zone, that's not good. That's not necessarily a good thing. But you're not having a severe reaction yet, at least. We'll see how it goes. Again, if you find support here, I think that's fine. Bouncing off the 50 is fine. Rejecting the oversold or overbought zone is not good, but bouncing off the 50 after doing so is not bad, right? You did that here, rejected, bounced off this area. Well, really, you bounced off the 40, then you came up. So there's potential here still. Stochastics rejected the overbought zone, also not good. That's why you're moving down, but you're about to reset at the oversold zone. MACD is still bullish overall. Daily time frame. The MACD looks bullish to me. Looking like we're about to provide a false cross, but there's still a lot of time left in the day. Let's see how it closes. Stochastics look bullish. The RSI is bullish overall. Kind of neutral minded right now, but bullish overall. And this price action, in my opinion, I mean, we look at this chart, it seems as though we're in a consolidation phase that wants to break out to the upside. And I don't believe we're going to go above $100, but I could very well see us getting above $80. I absolutely could. So again, more or less, we're just in this choppy sideways consolidation, however it looks, whatever it does, and then we'll probably sell off at a later date. That's, maybe it's August, maybe it's September, October. We'll probably sell off at a later date. And didn't we notice, I put this together last time actually, hold on. I think we noticed this synchronicity with Bitcoin. Let's see. Didn't we? It's when. Isn't it when? No. No, maybe not. I don't know. When did we drop here? When Bitcoin started to move up, technically. Bitcoin's moving down here, though. We started to drop here and Bitcoin's moving down. No, maybe we didn't notice synchronicity with that. I don't know. I can't remember. There was something, though, that we noticed that gave us like a relevant time as far as when this might drop, but I can't remember what it was. Maybe it'll come to me at a later date. Anyways, hit that like button, subscribe. Close above $70, man. I think if you close above 70, you've proven that you've found a relative higher low here, and that would be good, not bad. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.